What's up, peeps? Nick Battle, aka Nino's Corner, man. First off, if you like this content that's coming to you on this YouTube channel, go hit that subscribe button. Go give me a like, a comment on all the videos. It means a lot. If you're listening to this on the podcast, man, hey, go give me a 5-star comment, review, like, anything. It helps a lot. If you have my YouTube channel, go join the channel. Be a Nino's Corner peeps member, man. It helps out a lot. Get some more content so that I can come out with you guys, man, and just have some better content for you guys. So I have some stuff up my sleeves here. It's going to be something really great here coming soon. So just stay on the lookout. But guys, today we're here to talk about the recent comments of Quinn Ewers, man. We all know who Quinn Ewers is. He was a recent commit to Texas for the 2022 cycle. If not mistaken, he was the first commit for the 2022 cycle under Tom Herman. All right, so he sees all the games that are played here at Texas and realizes that this offense under Herman wasn't what he thought it was going to be. He decommits, and then he soon commits to Ohio State. And the question was posed to him: why is Texas talent leaving the state of Texas? Why is 5-star Texas talent leaving the state of Texas to go play at other schools? And he basically said that Texas hasn't been in the running for a national championship for a while. He hopes to get to that level again. He wants them to get to that level again. However, he wants to play on the highest of stages. He wants to play for national championships, and he feels basically that the team that he went to is going to give him that opportunity. Man, that was a total gut punch to Texas. Texas fans, I'm a Texas grad. You guys know that. That was a gut punch to the Longhorns, man. Man, it killed me, but I can't blame the kid. I cannot blame him. I went back and did my research, and I looked at all the top tier quarterbacks, I think over the past, 20 years or so, and where they went to college at, and saw that there was a trend. When you had your no-kidding studs that were guys who you knew were going to get, drafted high, whether it was Trevor Lawrence, whether it was Justin Fields, they went to schools that were proven. They were hot commodities. They were there, right? Trevor Lawrence followed Deshaun Watson. They had just won a championship, right? You got Justin Fields went to Georgia, left Georgia to go to Ohio State, right? I even went far back. I went to, the guys like Peyton Manning, which is 25, 30 years ago. And Peyton, yes, he went to Tennessee, and we think of Tennessee as a dumpster fire now, but back then Tennessee was still winning 8, 9 games a season. They were 9-2 a season, 9-2 again, 8-3, and then like Peyton comes, right? And so they were just that one player away, so they thought, to getting to the promised land. So Peyton goes there, does his thing. The only player who you can kind of say was a stud quarterback coming out of high school that I saw, and maybe I'm wrong, you guys leave me some comments, but was Eli Manning. Eli Manning followed the footsteps of his dad. Archie Manning goes to Ole Miss. Ole Miss was a 7-5 team for like 3 years in a row prior to Eli Manning getting there. They were still like a middle team, basically, 7-5, maybe 8-4, like the next 2 years. Then Eli's last year, they go 10-3, and then Eli gets drafted. Goes to the Giants in the first round, and 2 Super Bowl wins later, he's going to be a Hall of Famer, whether you like it or not. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. So you start to look at what Ewers said. And I can't blame the kid, man. He wants to go play for championships. He wants to be seen at the highest of levels. And why is that? It's because it's an opportunity for him to be able to make some generational money, man. I mean, as much crap as we talk about, none of the quarterbacks panning out from Ohio State, right? We can talk about Dwayne Haskins, but you know what Dwayne Haskins did do? He got $8.5 million guaranteed. He played for Washington for 2 seasons. He has $8.5 million in his pocket. So he's able to get some no kidding, great money, money that a lot of people who are even listening to this podcast or seeing this on YouTube, they won't make that in their lifetime. This guy made that in 2 years, okay? Justin Fields is about to get paid, He's going to sign his contract. I don't know what his contract, like the actual value was. But you got other guys like Cardell Jones got drafted. J.T. Barrett was an undrafted free agent. Okay, so he made some money in the league. Braxton Miller made some money in the league. Okay. Terrell Pryor made some money in the league. All these guys, Troy Smith made some money in the league. So if we want to talk about Ohio State quarterbacks and that they don't pan out, I'll tell you what they do. They made some money. And I'm not jumping on a Buckeye bandwagon. I'm a Longhorn guy. As you guys know I am a Longhorn. But Texas, we got to realize we got to start winning some games. We got to start winning some games. We got to start showing these recruits that, hey, man, it's cool to be back in Texas. We kind of get a little bit full of ourselves here at Texas because we are Texas, right? We should be good all the time. So when I go back and look at what what the Buckeyes did over the past 15, 20 years, and I see what we did over the past 15, 20 years about quarterbacks, right? We can look at Sam. He got drafted here in the 6th round this year. Shane didn't get drafted, okay? David Ash didn't get drafted, okay? Tyrone Swoops, undrafted free agent, but at tight end, not at quarterback. Gerard Hurd didn't get drafted. These are guys that have started games here at Texas, okay? Go back to Garrett Gilbert got drafted. He played for Carolina, plays for the Cowboys now. Who else? Vince, of course, got drafted. We know Vince got drafted. We know Colt got drafted. Chris Sims got drafted. Okay, and there you go. So basically, the majority of the draft picks that we had at quarterback, we can say were 15, 16 years ago. 15 years ago, Vince, and then Colt just a couple years later. And then there's just been this break, then this big period of just quarterback purgatory here at Texas. So I can't blame the kid for doing what he did. I can't blame the kid for saying, I'm not going to go play at Texas. I don't trust in the system there yet. I'm very happy with having Malik Murphy. I think he is like the Pied Piper. I think he's going to bring a lot of kids here with him. And I think he's going to be a really good quarterback here at Texas. I love his arm talent. But Texas, if you ask some people in the program, I guarantee they probably say they want to keep the number one player in the country here at Texas, and that's Quinn Ewers. Now, we'll see what happens. We'll see the maturation process of both players. We'll see how they fit into both systems. But Ryan Day's a hell of a coach, man. He's going to coach him very well. He's also a guy that knows how to get quarterbacks to the league. He's done it. Same thing with Steve Sarkisian. So it's going to be very interesting to see how these quarterbacks pan out over the next 3 or 4 years. But like I said, guys, I can't blame the kid. I would love for him to be in burnt orange, but I can't blame the kid. This is a business decision for these kids, man. There's a reason why certain schools keep getting a bunch of talent. And it's because these kids know that they have the opportunity to go to the NFL immediately. And not just go to the NFL, but get picked high. Because the higher you get picked, of course, guys, you understand, it's the more money you make, the more guaranteed money you make. And that's what these guys want. They want that generational money that's going to change their lives immediately. And I can't blame them. Now, in saying that, Texas, we got to get better, man. We have got to get better here at Texas. We have got to start cashing in on getting some great seasons under our belt. Sark has to come in here and change the culture around. These players got to get better, and we got to start winning some more games so that we can get kids to come back to Texas. These kids want to come to Texas, man. They do. These kids want to come to Texas. They want their mom to be able to drive down a couple hours and watch them play every other weekend. They want them to be able to go have the opportunity to come to all their games, minus like a Kansas and a Kansas State. They might not want to drive to those games, but they're able to drive to Texas Tech, to, like to Lubbock, or down to Waco, or up to Oklahoma State, up to TCU. They can drive within there and see all the games. These kids want their parents to be able to see them in person. So on that note, guys, man, drop me a line. What do you think about what Quinn Ewers said about the 5-stars leaving the state of Texas? Do you agree with him? Do you not agree with him? What do you think, man? I want all the talent to come to Texas. I want all the Texas talent to stay in Texas. Something we'll probably never see again from what Mac Brown used to do. Used to basically recruit in the state lines, and nobody else was able to come in here and get any talent. But I don't think we're going to see that anymore, guys. But what I do think is Sark's going to win here. I got a great feeling that Sark's going to win here. I think the culture's going to change and shift here. And once we start winning here, we're going to be able to keep that talent. And once we start keeping that talent, look at college football. It's going to be very interesting to see over the next few years, man. But we shall see. But on that note, guys, just a quick podcast today. I haven't talked to you guys in about a week and a half. I've been doing a lot of work on this website I got coming out, man. So be on the lookout. Just understand it's going to be basically like a pro football focus for Texas football. And it's going to be something that I do with my own NinosCorner number that I've been talking to you guys about the last 5 or 6 years. So be on the lookout for the website, man. It's coming out real soon. But on that note, man, I'm out of here, man. Don't be afraid to fail. Outgrow your environment. Understand your brilliance, man. Do you. NinosCorner, I'm out. Salute to you guys, man. And tomorrow's Memorial Day, man. So, hey, shout out to the fallen soldiers, man. Salute to them. Well-deserved shout out, because if we didn't have soldiers that were putting their lives on the line for us, we wouldn't be in this. And this opportunity, man, to even do a podcast, just to even listen to a podcast. And me as an active duty, officer, man, it just means a lot to me, because I have some fallen comrades, man, that, you know, I'll never forget. And this is what I serve for, is to make sure that I make them proud. And so on that note, man, love you guys, man. I'm out, man. Salute. Nino's Corner out. Deuces.